on the field and get ready for second half action. And it looks like West Virginia may be lined up in an onside kick formation, Coach.
Well, I tell you, that's the way it looks, but I'd be real surprised if they tried onside kick at this point in time. They'll probably break out of this into a normal coverage. And number 13 for West Virginia is their kicker. That's Joe DeMaria. And Joe has a very strong leg and does an excellent job of kicking off and placement kicking as well.
Low line drive, bounces at the 15, fielded by Jason Stephen at the 5, across the 20, 25-yard line, still on his feet out to the 28-yard line, and Ohio will take over first and 10 from their own 28.
And at the bottom of that pile for West Virginia, number 56, Chad Barkley from Weir High. Good coverage by West Virginia special teams. See what Ohio does beginning here, the initial possession of the second half. As we close the first half, Ohio did have a lot of success with the running game. See if they go back to it. They've got a different tandem in there now. Number 34 at fullback, it's Mike McKeever and Dave Galbraith at the tailback position from Edison High School. Good run on first down. Blast play over the right side. Galbraith makes a nice cut to the left, picks up about 7. Is going to bring up 2nd and 3.
Coach, you know a lot about Dave Galbraith, being the principal at Edison High School. What type of kid is he?
Dave is he's a super kid. He's an excellent student. He's very hard worker. Has had some bad luck over the course of his football career with some injuries. But when he's in there, he's one of the toughest kids you'll ever see at the running back position.
Well, he gets the carry on second down as well. He'll stretch for about a yard. He'll bring him 3rd and short for Ohio.
And again, number 69, how many times we've called his number tonight for West Virginia. Luke Underwood just doing a great job at that defensive left tackle post. He's called his number many times in the first half, and he's right there for a tackle on the second play of the second half. It was a gain of about 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1, and see if Ohio can convert here on this 3rd and short yardage situation.
Billy Rome and Dave Connor split to the far side on 3rd and short. Galbraith is still a tailback, and we've got motion all over the place. So a West Virginia player jumped across, but we also had movement on the Ohio line of scrimmage. Number 75, KJ Kopras, and we're going to have to wait and see what the call is.
I'll tell you, if the call doesn't come from the umpire, it's usually against the defense. That came from the linesman on this side. So we'll see what the call is going to be. Dead ball, illegal procedure. Okay.
Let's take a look at tonight's officials before the game. Mike Flatley, Joe Kohler, Bill Wilhelm, Larry Ryan, Roger Weaver, and Mark Kerwood are your officials for tonight's game. And there's a look at the group of officials for the 1995 OVAC All-Star Game.
Matt Snively is at one wide out position. David Connor at the other one. David had a big catch in the first half, set up the second touchdown.
Becker to pass, getting some pressure from Luke Underwood. Gets away from Underwood, still on his feet, looks downfield, and it looks like it's a completed pass.
It's going to be short, though, the first down.
Snively.
He's going to be short about 2.5, 3 yards maybe. And again, we see who's going to be coming in here, number 69, Luke Underwood. Gets by that offensive tackle for Ohio. That's number 75, KJ Kopras. Luke Underwood doing a good job. Has nice quickness for a guy his size.
4th and short. Ohio will kick it away. A little bit of a wobbler. Comes down at the 35, and it will take an Ohio roll all the way inside the 20-yard line down to the 18-yard line. So West Virginia will have their first possession of the second half at the 18-yard line on the Ohio Valley Hospital scoreboard. Ohio leads West Virginia in the OVAC All-Star Game 14-0.
The Health Plan, 82,000 members strong, is far and away the largest HMO in the tri-state area. Over 600 companies have selected health plan benefits for their employees. This financially stable nonprofit organization provides comprehensive medical benefits, including well child care, immunizations, routine physical exams, and mammography screenings. The Health Plan of the Upper Ohio Valley, celebrating its 15th year. With you yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
The building of America should be in the hands of trained and professional craftsmen, utilizing the most modern equipment and techniques available. Be certain that your construction project is meeting the building and safety standards set for today. Hire a Project Best contractor.
Project Best sees that you will have experienced craftsmen working for you on every job, every time. That makes it best.
Make sure you hire a Project Best contractor. Call for a list of best contractors in your area.
There's an advanced medical procedure going on here at the New Image Hair Clinic. It's called microsurgical hair transplantation. If you're a man or a woman suffering from a hair loss problem, now you can receive free information from New Image Hair Clinic and find out about the medical procedures available for hair loss that may grow your own hair back. This is an actual client who's had microsurgery. This is his own real growing hair. Under the direction of a board-certified doctor, microsurgical hair transplantation allows New Image Hair Clinic to literally transplant your own hair to other balding or thinning areas. Microsurgical hair transplantation may be the answer for you. Find out by calling for free information now.
For free information on the medical solutions available for hair loss, call New Image Hair Clinic and Dr. Richard Giannato now at the toll-free number on your screen. New Image Hair Clinic is a licensed member of HRG.
And welcome back to the OVAC All-Star Game. A shot of the old Banana Moon here at Wheeling Island Stadium. Great crowd on hand, as usual, for this All-Star Classic. And on their first play from scrimmage in the second half, Chris McCoy is strung out down the line before he is taken down by 3 Buckeyes.
Mason Boyce, from Buckeye Local, defensive end. On the play here, comes off his block, very, very nice. You can see right here he's playing off the block, number 69. And then number 10, corner linebacker R.J. Smith from St. John is able to come up and put the clincher on him for no gain. Will bring up 2nd and 10.
Quick pitch, and Ohio not fooled on the carry.
Jamie Zelowitz from Bishop Donahue. And I'll tell you again, Chris Anderson, number 80 from Wellsville, and number 48, Dan McCain from Buckeye Local. Boy, I tell you, there's 2 good defensive players on the left side for Ohio. Throw Zelowitz for a loss of 2, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 12.
Chris McCoy walking off the field right now. We have some confusion down on the field. Official blue action dead. Now they wind the clock again. 3rd and long for West Virginia. Demaria back to pass, rolling to his right side, has plenty of running room. Now he sets up the pass again, looks downfield, has a man open. That's Matt Thomas out of Magnolia for first down at the 35-yard line.
I tell you, when you give Demaria that much time to throw, when he starts running around out back there, and Ohio's in a man-to-man defensive coverage, I tell you, sooner or later somebody's going to get open. And that time for West Virginia, number 14, Matt Thomas, did a very, very smart thing. He came back to the ball, saw Demaria under pressure, came back to the ball, and was able to make the catch, get open. And number 31 for Ohio, that's Jason Stephen from Barnesville, made the tackle. First down, West Virginia.
Option. Zelowitz on the carry, sheds a tackler, still on his feet, drags the man all the way down to the 44-yard line before he stopped. It'll bring up 2nd down at about 5. Well, we go down now to George Kelly. George?
Interesting sidelight in this game. You just saw Jamie Zelowitz, the stellar star from Bishop Donahue, carry the football right there. He plays, of course, for West Virginia, and his cousin is John Magistro, the head coach of the Ohio squad. So kind of like one of those old Civil War stories, brother against brother, cousin against cousin in this OVAC All-Star game.
7:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Hand off McCoy, and he'll power his way close to the first down. It all will depend on the spot. Good extra effort from McCoy. And he has run tough inside the tackles, Coach.
I tell you, they got him running sideways, though, Bill, and they may have held him short of the first down. We'll have to see exactly where the spot is.
Wow, they spotted it well back where I thought it was.
Yeah, they sure did. And he's going to be short, so it's going to bring up 3rd and less than a yard. Right here, good penetration. He runs into Angelica right there, and it's sort of a standoff. And I thought, well, I don't know, forward progress. Should have given him the ball maybe a little bit further upfield, but relatively good call by the officials. Going to bring up 3rd and short, and West Virginia, or Ohio's in a short yardage defense here, moving their linebackers up on the line.
Handoff straight ahead, and I don't think West Virginia got it.
I don't think he made it. They should spot it right on the 45-yard line, and if they did, he lost about a half a yard.
John Eddy on the carry from St. Mary's. They stacked them up, Coach. 4th down. We're going to punt it away.
Trying to run the fullback over the right side, and a good fill that time by the linebacker on that side, along with Jason Angelica. And I think that was number 32, Gary.
My only question there, why take McCoy out? Put the big guy in. Fake punt, and it's intercepted. Eric Wolf from Wellsville. He's off to the races down to the 25, 20-yard line before he stopped. So the fake punt backfires, and Ohio has the football at the 19-yard line of West Virginia.
What a stellar play by Eric Wolf. I'll tell you, he smelled it all the way, got a good drop, and was able to step in front of the receiver. The receiver looked like he was open momentarily, but I'll tell you, Wolf stepped right in front of him, took the ball, returned it down inside the 20 for Ohio, and Ohio's in good operating position right now with an excellent opportunity to put another score on the board.
I'll tell you what, Coach, did Eric Wolf have a great senior year last year for Wellsville, played a great state championship game, and here in the All-Star game, makes another big play. 1st down. Dave Galbraith on the carry, spins for about a yard.
Number 9, that's Dante Jeter, came off the corner and got to the ball carrier very, very quickly. Held him to a short gain of about a half a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 9. And that time, Ohio was in an end-over situation where they were unbalanced to the right. This time they're going to be balanced with Connor split to the left, and number 81 for West Virginia, that's Billy Rome from Buckeye Trail, split to the right.
Becker, handoff.
Big hole up the middle.
Big hole up the middle for McKeever. He's still on his feet down to the 5-yard line. 1st down, Ohio, 1st and goal to go from the 5.
I tell you, I hope we have that on replay because that was a little inside trap to the fullback. They've been running the tailback consistently, and we'll see how they trap it. Here it is, left guard pulling and trapping. He actually runs inside the trap because there was such a hole right there. And I'll tell you, McKeever did a good job of finding the seam and taking it all the way down to about the 5.5-yard line. 1st and goal for Ohio.
Snively near side, Rome far side. But it's a handoff to McKeever, and he is stopped for a loss of about 2 on the play. Big number 75. Ken Platko from Brook making the play.
6'3", 270.
Right now we go down to the sideline. George Kellis. George?
Well, a 3rd turnover committed by West Virginia has put Ohio in a situation where they could score the backbreaker. I like what John Magistro has done in his game plan, fellas. He has devised plays for individuals which suit what they do best. You saw Pobush on the sweep for the 1st touchdown. You saw McKeever a minute ago. They ran that trap at St. Clairsville effectively with him for the last 2 years.
Handoff, Pobush tries to bounce it to the outside, does, but he'll be stacked up. In on the play again, Ken Platko from Brook. He was one of the lead tacklers there, but a good job, Coach. Team pursuit there by West Virginia.
See if Ohio comes back with any type of misdirection or maybe some waggle action with number 7, Jack Becker from Martins Ferry, giving him a little bit of room to either run or throw. He's got some really good wide receivers in there right now.
Rome and Connor.
Connor and Rome, 2 very, very good, quick receivers, and they're both aligned to the same side. Let's see if they sprint out that way.
Chris Hoffman, the tight end, on the other side. Becker back to pass, looking, gets a block on Underwood, tries to run, flag down on the play. Another flag, and we're going to have a face mask and an offensive penalty. I think a hold on Ohio, and we'll have a face mask on West Virginia as 2 flags came in. We may do the whole thing over.
I think what they were going to try to do is throw a fade pattern to Connor in the corner of the end zone, but there was just a little bit too much pressure on Becker, and he had to bail out and come away from those 2 receivers.
Indication from the players down on the field, Ohio for a clip, and West Virginia for a face mask.
Should be offsetting. So they're going to do it all over again.
Take a look at it again, Coach.
Right there, he's looking for Connor, who is the inside receiver, running to the corner. Just no time to throw, and there's the clip right there. And here is the face mask.
Dante Jeter got a handful of the mask. Snively and Rome split to the far side. Becker back to pass again. They called the same play, and this one's picked off by DeMaria. He's at the 10-yard line, trips over his own player and goes down at the 15, but West Virginia has the ball back.
I'll tell you what happened on that play, Bill. The two Ohio receivers ran into each other, and that just offset the timing of the entire play, and then Becker was looking for the wide receiver running a slant pattern and threw it right into DeMaria's hands. Here it is right here. We don't see the receivers running into each other, but that's why Becker is holding the ball so long, is because they just didn't open up.
Because they had the area to run to.
Correct.
They would have left them wide open,
That's
but
right.
they ran into each other, threw off the play, and West Virginia with a big turnover. George Kellis looking for the backbreaker, but they don't get it. It's West Virginia now with the football, trying to get back in this one, down 14-0 with 2:58 to go in the third quarter.
West Virginia trying to run off the left side of their offensive line, and we see number 32, that's Gehrig, number 12, Eric Wolf. Zelowitz, the ball carrier that time, and just found very, very little room to run on that side. Boyce doing an excellent job from his defensive position, as well as number 72 on that side, Dusty Holt. The tackle on the other side, number 51, Jason Angelica, and of course the defensive end on the other side is number 80, Chris Anderson.
West Virginia looking to throw, pressure, and Thomas had it, is knocked down, and he is not feeling too good right now. Jason Stevens gave him a shot in the back. Got there and made the hit right when Thomas was trying to haul it in, and he took a pretty good shot right in the middle of the back.
I tell you, the receivers are open, and the ball getting there just as the defender is getting there. And in Ohio's favor, the defender is winning most of these. Here it is right here, a little roll action to try to get away from that rush. DeMaria is able to break contain right here, and now under a little bit of pressure, throws it sidearm, and boom, right there. I don't think he would have had it anyway because he was bobbling the ball as he was coming down with it anyway. Going to bring up third, and about 9, and again, a lot of pressure on DeMaria.
Still on his feet and tried to pitch it back, but he is taken down. Eric Wolf in on the play. He's like a pinball out there, Coach. He was hit by a number of players, and will bring up fourth down, and some more trash talking going on down on the field. We take a look at it here. Coach rolls out and then gets pressure as Chris Anderson really collapses
there, Angelica.
the pocket.
Angelica has some good penetration from the outside. Mason Boyce right there, and then a host of other tacklers from Ohio on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 12. Good snap.
Kick away, high kick, short kick. Ohio, a fair catch at Chet Poblis does at the 39-yard line of West Virginia. So Ohio with good field position. As we take a timeout, we'll come back with 1:23 to go in the third quarter. 14-0 on the Ohio Valley Hospital scoreboard. Ohio on top of West Virginia.
Do any of these sound familiar to you? My child is a master of manipulation.
He has absolutely no interest in school.
Everything we've tried has failed. For a limited time, Fox Run Hospital will offer Kids at Risk, a professional consultation covering behavioral, emotional problems, as well as educational issues at no charge. If you feel your child is at risk, you may schedule an appointment by calling Fox Run Hospital at 1-800-245-2131.
1947 sure was a terrific year. Not only were the LP records and the transistor born, but Dad sold his first manufactured home. Hi, I'm Steve Swartz of Swartz Homes, and for 47 years, first Dad, and now I, have been selling beautiful, affordable, energy-efficient homes. Our factory-crafted homes are built in the heart of Amish country and display the quality of excellence driven with each nail. At Swartz Homes, we stand behind our work and offer the only full warranty in the industry. At Swartz Homes, we build more than a house, we build your trust.
And welcome back to the OVAC All-Star Football Game. Ohio on top of West Virginia, 14-0. Bill Phillips along with the coach, Rich Walensky. 1st and 10 from the 39 for Ohio, and Scott Pitts leaps over a tackler, and he's out across the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. The option is really working, Coach.
Bill, that time they were in split backs. They ran a little veer action to the right side where the split back is running over the outside foot of the offensive guard. Then the quarterback comes down the line and reads either pitch or keep. That time he made a wise decision by pitching it, got a good block from his outside receiver, and moved it upfield for a first down inside the 30.
1st and 10.
Split backs again.
Ohio on the option. Pitch to Pitts. One-on-one on the corner, and this time, after being bottled up, he can only pick up a couple of yards. Right now, we go down to the sideline with George Kellis. George?
Fellas, West Virginia's got a real problem in this game right now, in addition to the fact that they're down 14-0. It's in team lateral quickness. When West Virginia has the ball, they can't get any big plays. They can't run outside. They can't get anything big up the middle. They can't throw the ball downfield very effectively because Ohio's secondary is exceptional. And when Ohio has the ball, they are occasionally getting to the corners and getting good chunks of yardage, as you saw Pitts on that play and Publish earlier. So unless West Virginia's defense toughens up and figures out some way to get the ball, they are going to have a problem even getting any kind of a score in this football game. Down 14-0, the West Virginia squad.
Very good, George. Very good observation, George, and that's exactly true that quickness on the West Virginia side of the ball is lacking, and the quickness of Ohio now is starting to become a factor.
Second and long. Penalty against Ohio. Einhorn sets up the screen to Pitts. Steps around the tackler. Shakes and bakes. Heading back across the field. And after all that, picks up about a yard.
Okay, again, number 69 from Weir High. Luke Underwood over there getting into the middle of that screen, causing Pitts to come back to the inside. That's what you want to do. Force him back into the pursuit, and that's pretty much it. There you see number 52 there in pretty good shape. Broken tackle right here. And I'll tell you, number 52 from West Virginia, Aaron Hickman from St. Mary's, does a great job of getting into the middle of that screen. That'll bring the end of the third quarter, 14-0, still Ohio.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the fourth quarter right after this. And welcome back to the OVAC All-Star Football Classic, Ohio and West Virginia. Ohio on top, courtesy of a Chet Polish touchdown and a Brian Gehrig touchdown in the first half, actually second quarter, both of those scores coming. 14-0, that's where we stand. Ohio has the football, 3rd and 21 from the West Virginia 38-yard line. 12 minutes to go here in the final quarter, as we just get ready for the fourth quarter of play.
3rd and 21. This is a long down. If Coach Magistro has a 21-yard play in his book, he better get it in right now.
21-yard play, maybe a pass down the sideline to David Connor. He makes the catch, but he's out of bounds a good 3 or 4 yards. Still a fine play by Connor to come up with the grab, but he is out of bounds. Good coverage by West Virginia on the play, and it'll bring a 4th down for Ohio.
Number 13, Joe DeMaria was on the coverage. Just a streak pattern right here, trying to lay the ball up so Connor can run under it, but as you can see, the ball is going to be thrown way out of bounds, even though Connor makes an excellent catch on the ball. But excellent defensive coverage by number 13, Joe DeMaria.
We have a flag on the play. .11:53 to go.
Illegal procedure against West Virginia will cost them 5 yards. See what the call is.
Some of the fans starting to head to the exits, Coach. Not everybody. The youngster there, it's not a work day for him tomorrow. It's summer vacation.
That's right. He's enjoying that popcorn more than he's enjoying his game, I think.
High snap, no problem though. Kick away. Tail dragger, and it goes out of bounds at, let's see, they're going to spot it at the 30-yard line.
Wow. That sure hurt. He was kicking the ball from the 44-yard line, so that's 14 yards net on the kick. No, one of the better punts for Matt Sakis. Matt Sakis comes from a long line of punters and place kickers. His brother Manny Matsakis was an extraordinary kicker at Shady Side High School, and then later on went to college and became a kicker in college. And of course comes from a very athletic family. Mike Matsakis, the father, one of my classmates at West Liberty State College.
DeMaria rolls away from pressure, looking to throw. No one really open, and fires a strike into his receiver on the catch. It's number 80. Kevin Gallagher from Hayden City High School.
Demaria has an uncanny ability to escape the rush and get out on the corner. And those defensive ends from Ohio are going to have to do a much better job of trying to contain him and not give him that much of an opportunity to run around back there and pick out his receivers. Second and about 4. Here comes the option again. Demaria on the keep.
And nothing doing on the bottom of the pile. Chris Anderson, he's played an outstanding football game.
That time they put Demaria into a situation where he wasn't sure whether he had the pitch or whether he had the keep. And of course, you always coach your quarterback in the option that if there's any doubt, you keep. And that's exactly what Joe did that time, and it was a wise choice, even though it was a gain for very, very short yardage. He did make a good choice by keeping the football. Third and about 2. This is a big down for West Virginia. They really need a first down here very, very badly. And I don't know if they're going to get it.
Nope, they're going to be short.
Jason Boyce is playing just an excellent ball game for Ohio on, Mason. I keep wanting to call him Jason. It's Mason Boyce from Buckeye, and doing an excellent job on that side. And in there at defensive tackle is number 78, Jeremy Kramer from Monroe Central. Number 74, that is, from Indian Creek, Mike Blackburn playing on that side.
Some confusion for West Virginia. It looked like the offense wanted to stay on the field and maybe go for it on 4th and short with only 9:51 to go and down 2 scores. But they decided to send the kicking unit on. Then the kicking unit wasn't sure if they were supposed to be on, so they burn a timeout. As they talk things over, we'll take a timeout as well. On the Ohio Valley Hospital scoreboard, Ohio leads West Virginia by a score of 14-0.
Kaufman's of downtown Wheeling is ready for homecoming, and you can be too. Choose from over 1,000 short and long dresses in sizes 2 and up. Kaufman's has all the hottest styles and fabrics, including sequins, hand-beaded silks, velvet, and crepe. Best of all, they're available at discount prices, and there's never an extra charge for special orders. Kaufman's also carries shoes and jewelry to complete your homecoming look. So come to the only place where the selection is tremendous and the prices are unbeatable. Kaufman's of downtown Wheeling is the place.
Design a circuit board for the next space shuttle. Develop a treatment for heart disease. Give a company a competitive edge. Help develop a young child's mind. Start with a degree from Jefferson Community College. Jefferson Community College. College for a changing world.
And welcome back to the OVAC All-Star football game. Ohio 14, West Virginia nothing. 4th quarter action, Coach. 9:51 to go if you're West Virginia. 4th down and short. They're going to kick it away or they're going to go for it?
Well, I think Coach Dean has made a decision here. They're going to go for it. They have 2 wide receivers. They're in a pro-I formation. They need less than a yard. Go for the quarterback sneak. And I'll tell you, he may have made it.
Give it to him.
Yeah, I think they are too.
Ball had to get out across the 40-yard line, and they made it all the way out. It looks like the spot will come at the 41. They should have the first down. They're going to call official timeout. Chain gang gets more TV time, but I think they have the first down.
It'll be close, but I think they got it by half the length of the football.
See how good Coach's eyesight is as we approach another season.
Well, a little bit more than half. Just about the length of the ball.
Add a few more carrots to the diet, Coach. You'll be all set for the regular season.
Yeah, I'm all set. All right.
Now, Coach, I'll tell you what, a big OVAC high school football season coming up on WTOV9. It's all kicked off on August 25th. Weir and Oak Glen right here on WTOV9. Of course, that follows every Sports Friday throughout the high school football season. So that's our first game of the year, Weir and Oak Glen. And a bunch more to come after that, and of course, the playoffs. Second game of the year, a special Thursday night edition. I'll tell you what, the first full weekend of high school football for Ohio and West Virginia. is an amazing lineup on WTOV9. August 31st, Toronto at Wellsville. Wellsville opening up for their refurbished stadium, so we'll be there for that. Good ball game, traditional rival game. Then Martin Sperry and Cambridge on the 1st of September, and then on the 2nd of September, St. Clairsville at Bel Air. So a big first weekend of high school football, full high school action here on WTOV9. Of course, the starter, it's Weir and Oak Glen on the 25th. An incomplete pass, and Ohio wants to know who the receiver was. But no flags on
No call either. Nobody. The officials are pointing one another saying, it's your call. No, it's your call. But nobody's making a call. DeMaria under a lot of pressure that time for Chris Anderson, and that's exactly what they're going to have to do. When he jumps out of that pocket right here, you can see Anderson really putting some pressure on him. DeMaria throws the ball away instead of taking the sack.
Player we haven't seen at all in the second half so far, quarterback for West Virginia, is Craig Eddy from St. Mary's.
He's a big kid, too, 6'3", 200 pounds.
8:52 to go. Ohio on top of West Virginia.
2nd and 10.
DeMaria back to pass again, flushed out of the pocket by Chris Anderson, takes a hit, but he finds Matt Thomas at the 40-yard line of Ohio, and it's a first down. And West Virginia still has some life. They need a score here on this drive, Coach, with the clock winding down. Down 2 scores.
Watch Chris Anderson this time, Billy. Goes inside the blocker, and that gives DeMaria the opportunity to get outside. And right there, it gives him enough time to pick out a receiver running a deep crossing pattern and throw the completion for a first down. Anderson has to maintain outside leverage on that and force DeMaria to step up into the pocket instead of stepping out of the pocket.
Ballwans and McCoy in the backfield for West Virginia, but they'll throw again. More pressure from Anderson. Flushes him out of the pocket again. Nice play by DeMaria. Looks across the middle. Has Thomas. Oh, he's wide open. He just overshot his target.
Hey, DeMaria really exhibiting a lot of escapability. They've sacked him very, very few times. And right here it looks like Anderson has a beat on him, but DeMaria, very, very strong, is able to break the tackle, get out on the corner, and throw the ball incomplete across the middle.
2nd down and 10 for West Virginia. Thomas was open about, looked like he sailed over his head by a good 5 feet, but if he brings that one down, they're down around the 10-yard line.
Yep, sure was, Bill.
McGee to the West Virginia side, Thomas to the near side, handoff up the middle, and I believe that's Jamie Zelowitz, number 34, on the carry.
Short yardage on 2nd down. They're going to have about a 3rd and 5. And they're probably in a territory now where they're in a 4th down territory, Bill, and they will go for it on 4th down if they don't make it here.
Look for the run or the pass here on 3rd down?
I look for the pass.
McGee splits out. Ballwans and McCoy. West Virginia will throw across the middle for Thomas. It's too high, partially deflected by Scott Pitts, and looked like Chip Hobus thought he had an interception, but it fluttered to the ground safely, and it'll bring up 4th and 6.
If they went for it on 4th and 1 down on their side of the 40, then I'm sure they'll go for it here.
Look at
again, trying to hit a deep crossing pattern across the middle, and right there you can see very, very good coverage by number 44 for Ohio. That's Scott Pitts from Bel Air. So it's 4th and about 6, and this is a big down again for West Virginia.
Thomas and McGee.
Ohio in man coverage.
You got to catch it before you run with it a little bit high, and it goes incomplete a little bit lower, and McGee had some running room. Got his hands on it.
I'll tell you, it would have been a difficult catch for McGee, but the ball was catchable. He just had to go up for it, and it went off his hands, went through his fingers. So Ohio will take over possession right here on about their own 35-yard line. Booker Brooks, who used to be the wide receiver coach at Penn State, always used to tell his wide receivers and all of his receivers, there is no run without the catch. And you just repeat that over and over and over again, that the important thing is you catch the ball first before you start to run.
Don't want to say it's over before it's over, but 7:31 to go. West Virginia having trouble moving the ball. That may have been their best drive in the last shot if Ohio can put together clock grinder here. And right now they start off on the ground. Chet Povlish with the carry out to about the 40-yard line. We'll bring up the second down at about 7.
Chad Barkley and Aaron Hickman on the stop, number 56 and number 52 respectively.
Big key here, Coach, for Ohio, and I would imagine Coach Magistro and everybody down on the sideline telling the players 2 hands on the football, don't cough it up, and they should be all set if they can put together a little bit of a drive and really work the clock.
That's right. They just want to get first downs right now and work the clock.
Handoff, Gehrig across the 45-yard line to the 46. He'll be close to a first down. It'll depend on the spot.
I hope we get this on replay because this is something that fans around here usually don't get to see. Watch number 52, JoJo Suckoch, pull and trap. But that's very, very seldom you see a center pull and trap, and that shows the versatility of that young man from Steubenville Big Red. Good size, good quickness.
Ohio thought they had the first down, but the officials are going to measure. Well, we're going to take a timeout while they measure. We'll be back right after this.
From the Ohio Valley's only 24-hour news station, WTOV, this is News 9 Now.
I'm Rick Shepard. A West Virginia National Guardsman who was hurt in a crash that left 2 others dead Saturday was released from a hospital on Sunday. And 2 people are dead after an accident near Negley, Ohio. A car and a motorcycle crashed on State Route 170. That was just north of Pancake Clarkson Road around 3 Sunday afternoon. More news later on your 24-hour news station.
WTOV9's coverage of the 24th Annual OVAC All-Star Game brought to you in part by Ohio Valley Hospital, Project Best, Gold Corey Interact, Wheeling Hospital, Jefferson Community College, Fox Run Hospital, The Health Plan, and Sports Homes Incorporated.
I'm Jody Coleman from Wheeling Park High School. What's the OVAC Queen of Queens on WTOV9?
Sponsored by WTOV9, Kaufman's of Downtown Wheeling with support from Bank One.
And welcome back to Wheeling Island Stadium. Bill Phillips along with the coach, Rich Walensky, and the rest of the WTOV9 gang here for the OVAC All-Star Game. 14-0 Ohio on top of West Virginia. Ihorn swings it out to Cowens on the far side. Has a blocker out in front, gets a good block from Connor, and he has a first down in West Virginia territory at the 44.
It's a safe play, throwing the ball laterally. Even though the ball is thrown a long distance, it still is a safe play because West Virginia's defenders are playing well off of those wideouts from Ohio, and you just give the ball to one of those wideouts, let him catch it, and then run for yardage. And that's exactly what happened right there. Good play, good call. First down. The only bad thing was he went out of bounds and stopped the clock.
First and 10, ball the 44.
6:33 to go in the ball game. And the ball is on the ground. Coach, we talked about the turnover. Did they get it?
It's hard to say. It looks like it's a high player on the bottom there, and we'll see who it is that comes up with it. Number 72, they were trying to run the tailback counter, pulling the backside guard and tackle, and number 72, Dusty Holt from Blair, just happened to be in the right place at the right time, because they're right there. You see Ihorn dropping the ball, and number 72, Dusty Holt, able to fall on it for a loss of about 1, so it'll bring up 2nd and 11.
5:57, clock rolling. Chet Povlish in the I formation, handoff to the fullback. That's Brian Gehrig, and a flag comes in late.
Rolling in there, we'll see what the call is going to be.
Ball carrier, Brian Gehrig.
Looks like it's going to go against the West Virginia face mask. Clock stops at 5:45 to go.
Umpire will march it off here. There's 5, there's 10, and there's 15, and a first down for Ohio. Inside the 35-yard line of West Virginia.
Handoff, Gehrig. He'll go for about 5 on first down.
Suckoch again pulling from that center position, this time to his left. Guard blocks down, he pulls and traps on the outside man. That way they don't give any key at all to the linebacker aligned to that side by seeing the guard pull. So it's very, very unusual, and it's very effective for Ohio at this point. Here it is right there, good kick-out block by Suckach. Number 9, as you see there from West Virginia, was able to roll off the block, Dante Jeter, but not until Gehrig gains about 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for Ohio.
Oblish trying to get to the corner, does. Great speed to the 10, to the 5, and he's out of bounds to the 1-yard line. Great speed, and that's something you can't coach. That's just flat out speed.
I tell you, that play was designed to come off of left tackle, and Chet just bounced it to the outside, as we'll see here. It's that tailback counter. Here it is. There's the fake and then the handoff, and he doesn't see anything inside. Good blocking by the backside guard and tackle, and he just outruns that outside defender, gets into the secondary, tries to make a cut right here, and number 52 and number 7 for West Virginia are there to stop him. That's Cliff Ward and Aaron Hickman.
4:45 to go. Ohio knocking on the door again. Handoff. Gehrig slips, and he'll be spotted down at about the half-yard line.
Good penetration that time by the West Virginia defense. We'll see who's underneath all of that, getting up last. That's big number 75 for West Virginia. That's Ken Platko from Brook. Made good penetration. No room to run for Gehrig. And as he said in the interview, if I can't gain a yard, then I don't belong on this team. And that's a good attitude for a young man to have.
Scott Pitt's in the ball game.
See if they come over the left side this time. Nope.
Run the option. Ihorn will keep it.
Ooh, what a hit.
I don't know who came up and said hello, but someone tattooed him right at the line of scrimmage. And looks like Joe DeMaria, the quarterback, came up, and he may have gotten the worst of it. He may have a little stinger going down one of those shoulders, but he laid some lumber on Ihorn.
His right arm is a little numb right now, but I'll tell you what a great defensive play by Joe DeMaria. Here it is right there, running the option. Ihorn reads keep, and here's DeMaria. Boom! What a good hit right there, and keeps Ihorn out of the end zone. And DeMaria is going to come out of the ball game right now, and his replacement will be number 14. That's Matt Thomas from Magnolia. 3rd and goal.
3:50 to go on the clock.
They have yet to come off the left side.
Handoff, Gehrig, and touchdown, Ohio.
Good blocking on that right side. Number 51, Jason Angelica, and big number 72. That's Dusty Holt. Here it is right here, and Jason Gehrig, big fullback, 6'2", 6'3", 225, powers it in for the 3rd West Ohio score. Matsakis drills it through for the extra point, making it 21-0 with 3:41 left to go here in the 4th quarter.
On the Ohio Valley Hospital scoreboard, Ohio on top of West Virginia with 3:41 to go, 21-0.
The loving touch and care of New Life. More area families to be count on the special human touch at Wheeling Hospital. For Lamaze classes, labor and delivery. At Wheeling Hospital, over 1,200 babies a year get started with our touch. The human touch at Wheeling Hospital. It's your life. Live it well.
If you've been injured in an accident, you might be thinking about calling a lawyer. But which one? Let me make it easy for you. There's really only one law firm to call. Get the picture? One law firm and one phone number. A law firm with a track record. A law firm with experience. A law firm that gets the job done. Put the name and number together, and you have it.
The right attorney can make a difference. Call Gold, Corey, and Turak at 845-9750.
And welcome back to the OVAC All-Star football game. Ohio on top of West Virginia 21-0. Bill Phillips along with the coach Rich Walensky and George Kellis down on the sideline. And it looks like Coach Ohio is going to come up with their 13th victory in this series. They came into the series tonight leading 12-10-1. And 0 for 2 in the past two All-Star games.
Well, I tell you, I'm not ready to make that call. Remember what happened here a couple of years ago?
Oh, man, that was a barn burner.
And West Virginia came back, returned to kickoff, and then got the ball back and drove the length of the field and ended up winning the ball game. See, Lightning will strike twice.
McGee takes it at the 6. McGee across the 15-20. Gets a block, still on his feet, and out to the 28-yard line.
Good coverage by that special teams from Ohio. You know, normally in an all-star game, guys are all-stars. They don't want to play on special teams, but special teams play by Ohio, well, actually by both teams today, has been very, very good. There hasn't been a lot of mistakes on special teams, with the exception of the fumbled punt in the first quarter on the part of Ohio. Other than that, special teams play has been pretty good tonight.
Coach, after this play, I think we go down to the sideline. Looks like George has JoJo Suckosh, but that we'll have to wait on that until this play is run. 1st and 10 for West Virginia from their 28-yard line. Ballwands has it, still on his feet, cuts inside a tackler, and he may have a first down close to it. The new quarterback for West Virginia on the play. Aaron Skripek from Cameron completes his first pass of the ball game. We go downstairs to George Kellis with a big center from Ohio.
You are correct indeed, Billy. JoJo Suckosh, Steubenville, Big Red veteran, led his team almost all the way last year. You were right. You called it. You said the line play was going to be one of the big keys in this game. What is it that you guys as a group were able to do to shut things down offensively and defensively?
On Monday, we got an article, and it said you wouldn't find the defensive line on the line of scrimmage. You find them in the Ohio backfield. And since then, we've just been working hard.
Nice catch by Ballwands. I think he had both feet.
That'd be good on TV to get run over.
Well, we better get out of the way, fellas. We're in the line of battle here. But is it a sweet thing to win the All-Star game? How meaningful is it compared to some of the other big games that you played in?
It's just as big as any other game I played in. You know, it's like the Big Red Catholic Central. It's like that. It's like Brook and Wheeling Park. It's like, Ohio, West Virginia. We're doing it for Ohio.
What lies ahead for you?
I'm going to play some football and go to school. And
where to?
Bowdoin Wallace.
All right, good luck, my friend.
Thank you very much. Roll Red.
JoJo Suckosh, he says roll, Red, roll.
Pass incomplete. Intended receiver, Dwight McGee. 2:37 to go in the ball game. It's been a quiet night for Dwight McGee, Coach.
Yes, it has.
Central.
Yes, it has. He's an explosive football player, has great speed, and they just haven't been able to get the ball to him to where he can showcase his talent. But if he catches a pass, people are going to be excited to see what he can do with the football. Right now, Ohio, all they have to do is just tee off because West Virginia's going to be putting it up almost every down, and West Virginia has a new quarterback in there, number 8, Anthony Skripek from Cameron.
Chris Anderson in the backfield again. Skripek looks downfield for McGee. He was hit before the ball got there. There should be a flag on it, but
they're not going to call anything. And you're right, Bill. He was interfered with. The defender was there well before the ball. That was number 9, Keith Pitts from Belair.
Take a look at it here, Coach, on the replay.
We'll see it right here.
Chris Anderson has been in the backfield all night long.
That's right. And he's forcing those guys to run out of the pocket. I don't know if that's a good thing or not for Ohio because, they generally find these open receivers when they do that. But that time, the ball went incomplete, so it's going to bring up a 4th and 4 for West Virginia. So this is a big play for them. It's there's 2:29 left to go in the game, and if they can't convert this, it's possible that they won't get the ball back again for another series.
Skripek back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Anderson has a hand on him, cuts to the sideline. Eric Wolf drags him down. And it'll be West Virginia giving the football up. So
and again,
Ohio have it 1st and 10 at the West Virginia 45 and look for them with 2:22 to just try and grind the clock down to zeros. Right now we go down to our George Kellis. George?
Well, this game will never be remembered for offensive fireworks, fellas, and I don't know that either one of these two teams will be remembered personnel-wise with the great teams that have played in this game. But I got to say this about Ohio's All-Stars. Defensively, this is one of the great defensive performances that I've ever seen in this game. If you will recall, in the first half, West Virginia had the one opportunity following the mess-up on special teams. Other than that, this West Virginia offense has not even come close to threatening pay dirt in the other end zone. I mean, it's been a total domination by Ohio's defense in this football game and a superior effort by John Magistro, Bruce Stoltz, and their defensive charges.
First down, Dave Galbraith out of Edison with the carry. He picks up about 6 on first down, called second down and 4. And George, touching on your point, this would only be the 4th shutout in All-Star history. Scott Pitts up the middle. That's if Ohio can hang out for the shutout. Pitts gets the first down. Clock will stop to move the chains, and with 1:32, Ohio will have a first down. Shutout back in 1990 as East Liverpool head coach Bob Morris led Ohio to a 42-0 win over West Virginia in 1990. 1977. It was West Virginia 21-0 over Ohio, and in 1975, West Virginia beat Ohio by a score of 8-0. So this would only be the 4th shutout in 24 years if Ohio can keep the 0 up there on the West Virginia side of the scoreboard. Jason Stephen on the carry from Barnesville, and he picks up about 4 on the play.
West Virginia, I'm sure, will keep it exclusively on the ground, giving it to their tailback and their fullback. They've run the tailback counter a couple times in a row, then come back with a blast play off the right side. Jason Stevens able to find a little running room to his left after starting to his right. But the one thing you notice when he's getting ready to get hit, Bill, he covered both ends of the football.
Mike McKeever on the carry, and it's a short carry. It's a loss on the play coming across for West Virginia. Number 70. Ohalick from Weir, Jim Ohalick.
We're down about 15 seconds left in this ball game, Bill, and I'll tell you the truth, Ohio doesn't even need to run another play if they don't want to.
Now the coaches up here in the press box want the play to be run with 1 second, and coaches aren't happy, but the players are happy to have a 21-0 win. So Ohio snaps a 2-game losing streak to West Virginia here tonight at Wheeling Island Stadium. The final score, 21-0. Ohio on top of West Virginia. Coach, what do you think? Some thoughts on the game?
Well, I tell you, it was a very, very good defensive performance by Ohio. That 4-4 defense was very good against the run. They had enough speed in their defensive backfield to be able to play man-to-man defense. Put a lot of heat on West Virginia's offense. The running game just never did develop for West Virginia. By the same token, Ohio was able to take advantage of some breaks that they made for themselves defensively. Pass interceptions, fumbles, able to score, and more than anything, late in the second quarter was able to get their running game going, which I think was the big difference in this ball game. Their running game and West Virginia's lack of a running game was the difference.
All right, now we go down to the field with George Kellis.
Billy, one of the big plays in this game was an interception in the first half that set up a big Ohio touchdown, put him in front. This guy made the interception. It's Keith Pitts of the Bel Air Big Reds. And Keith, you wanted to make a dedication here tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to make a dedication to my grandpa. You know, he's been sick, and he's not been feeling very well. But I just wanted to show my appreciation of him backing me up in my football career.
What's Grandpap's name?
Gus Pitts.
All right, congratulations, and hope Gus is feeling well.
Thank you.
All right, and the Pitts twins close out their high school careers in winning fashion as Ohio beats West Virginia 21-0, gang.
Thank you very much, George. Final score again, 21-0. And Pitts with the interception back in the second quarter. That led to a Chet Publish touchdown on the option play from a long way out. Made it 7-0 after the extra point. Second quarter again, big play that really set up a touchdown. Coach David Connor climbing the ladder, making a nice catch down on the 15-yard line. Later, Brian Gehrig would punch it in, make it a 14-0 game. No scoring in the third quarter. thought Ohio might get a touchdown after Eric Wolf made the interception, but they gave the ball back. And then Brian Gehrig made it 21-0 late in the game on a short 1-yard run for a touchdown. 21-0. That's our final. Coach, some final comments on tonight's game, and maybe a sneak preview of what's coming up in the regular season.
Well, I'll tell you, tonight's game, anybody that appreciates the game of football has to appreciate this game because it was a good defensive game. A lot of good aggressive play by Ohio and West Virginia. It was not a big, high-scoring game, not a lot of big plays, not a lot of excitement. But if you're really a student of the game, you appreciate it because of the defense that was played and pretty good special teams play as well. Looking forward to the season starting, looking forward to working a couple weeks with you, Bill, and looking forward to a new and exciting season at Edison High School.
I'll tell you what, it should be an exciting year out there, an exciting year all over the Ohio Valley, and we'll work more than just a few weeks, Coach. I assure you, a lot of games coming up. 21-0, our final score, Ohio over West Virginia. They snap a 2-game losing streak to the Mountaineers, and it's only the 4th shutout in the 24-year history of the OVAC All-Star Game. Our final score, once again, 21-0, Ohio over West Virginia. I'm Bill Phillips for the coach Rich Walensky and George Kellis and the rest of the WTOV9 team. Good night and so long.